Think about the last time you had to look up information for a project. Between the millions of digital articles and stacks of printed books, figuring out what is actually reliable is a serious challenge. Once you identify a credible source, a new problem emerges. Why exactly do writers have to explicitly state where they found their information? Effective academic communication relies on 3 strict requirements. You must gather credible data, organize your ideas logically, and give proper credit to the original authors. Mastering these pillars separates raw, unreliable noise from a trustworthy and persuasive argument. This flowchart illustrates research as a systematic process for collecting evidence. It splits into 2 main paths: basic research, which expands our pure understanding of a subject, and applied research, which aims to solve specific practical problems. The process begins with careful planning. You define a clear objective, formulate a hypothesis to test, and plan your methodology. Next is the execution phase. You move to data collection, for example, gathering statistics on local food scarcity, and then carefully analyze that data for trends. Finally, you summarize your findings into a conclusion and share those results through publication. Following this exact sequence ensures that proposed solutions to community problems are based on hard evidence, rather than guesswork or personal bias. Moving from a written report to live communication requires a shift in strategy. A presentation is the structured delivery of those research findings to a specific audience. This template highlights the 5 core elements of an effective presentation. You must define your purpose, understand your audience, organize your content, build a clear structure, and rehearse your delivery. Your approach will change depending on your goal. There are 7 distinct types of presentations: informative, persuasive, demonstrative, inspirational, business, technical, and team. By tailoring your message and format to the listener's specific needs, a well-structured presentation becomes the bridge connecting complex research to real-world action. Whether writing a report or drafting presentation notes, you maintain academic integrity through in-text referencing, which acknowledges your original sources directly within your body paragraphs. This map breaks down the formatting rules across the 3 major styles. Notice how APA uses the author in blue and year in green, separated by a comma. MLA relies on the author and page number in red with no commas, while Chicago uses a specific author-date-page format. Let's test this. Pause the video. Using this raw source data, how would you format a direct quote citation in APA style? The correct format includes the author, the year, and a lowercase p for the page number, separated by commas. You will apply these citations within a standard 300 to 500 word research essay. This structure requires an introduction with a clear thesis, body paragraphs filled with evidence and in-text citations, and a conclusion that summarizes your main points. Mastering this exact citation syntax proves your academic credibility. It shows that your arguments are built on a traceable foundation of facts. Take a moment to reflect. Why is rigorous research so important to society? And how do precise citations improve a writer's credibility? Also consider the external impact. Why does analyzing your audience matter during a presentation? And how can research solve actual community problems? This cheat sheet captures our entire journey: the 7-step research flow, the 5 presentation elements, and citation rules for APA, MLA, and Chicago. This concludes today's lesson. Continue developing your research, presentation, and referencing skills using credible sources. See you next class.